step back and go, all right, is that true? Is there what's going on? But you heard what LeBron said and about the face of the league. I don't know. I'd love your thoughts because I think this is fascinating. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This traffic update courtesy.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 294-7684 or visit hanswillerauto.com.
LeBron James made a comment. Why would anybody want to be the face of the league? Everybody who covers the league just bleeps on it. And, I didn't ask for this. And, whoa, man. What did you hear there? 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ, and ZJ, you can get in today. Edward, good morning. Thanks for holding. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
Good. What a polarizing topic to end February.
Yeah, I thought this one would be right up your alley. Did I leave my phone back there, dude? Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Hey, that's awesome. Hey, I want to talk about something I've said for a few years now. The amazing Steph Curry scored 56 points last night. You know that he only took 25 shots from the field, 16 for 25.
Nice.
I've said for years, if they, in the context of the game, in a competitive game, if they put up 50 or 60 shots like others have in the past, they would score 90. My son reminded me yesterday that Luke had dunk on chicks. He had a 73-point game last year. He was 25 for 33. Think about that. So I think that we're going to see somebody score 85 to 90 points in the next 2 years. I think Colin Cowherd actually predicted that Luka would break 80 this year.
This year's gonna be tough.
It's just the shooting ability is amazing, and they're just way more efficient. And it's not to demise what the great accomplishments of the past. Those were all amazing games as well. Colin Cowherd said yesterday, and I don't wholeheartedly agree with him, in my lifetime, and I've been watching the NBA since the mid to late 70s, there's been three faces of the league. One was Magic, when the league was fledgling and about to go under, and him and Bird came in.
And it was Magic and Bird. I think they were depending on what coast you are or where you were, they were co-faces of the league.
Yeah, full agreement, Jeff. By the way, this is coming from my all-time favorite player is Dr. J, right? This is coming from a huge Dr. J fan. Yep. Secondly was Jordan. Jordan was the face of the league for about 12 to 15 years. And the third is LeBron, which has been the face of the league probably for about 20 years now. Do I full-heartedly agree with it? Yes. I think you could contextualize it and put other names in there, but I agree. There's some validity there. LeBron, I don't think LeBron cares anymore. I agree with Isaiah. I really don't. I don't think I think some of it was self-imposed when he went from Cleveland to Miami, and he did a show which raised money for the Boys and Girls Club of the greater Cleveland area, I think $2 million. Was it bad for him? Was it bad optics? Probably, yeah, absolutely. I don't think he cares anymore. And, if you look at Jordan post-basketball, he still makes, I think, 80-some or $100 million a year on his shoe sales. Jordan is a conflicted guy, man, still to this day, right? He's failed miserably as an owner. He's the greatest player. I think there's three greatest players ever: Kareem, Jordan, and LeBron. Those are in my opinion, right? But Jordan, let me ask you, would you rather have LeBron's life or would you rather have Jordan's life, right? Just, in terms of just being, enjoying life, and Jordan is amazing, and he revolutionized and was world renowned, but he's a conflicted guy still to this day in his 60s. So, but my point was, I don't think LeBron cares anymore, quite honestly. I just think he just says whatever. He's going to play another 3 or 4 years. He's going to put the scoring record completely out of reach, and people will still hate him. So you kind of just got to accept it. Good conversation, though. Good topics. I appreciate the show. Have a nice weekend.
See you.
Yes, sir. We're Ed's really right. I mean, the real time when he really stopped caring was when he won that championship against the 73-9 Warriors. When he came back from 3-1 and internally he felt like, oh, I'm officially the greatest now. I think he's like, okay, now I'm just playing for house money. But I think little things. Sometimes he needs to get motivated by little things.
Let me tell you something that I think, because I don't know that I think you're wrong, and this may be where the frustration lies. I don't know that I think, and again, we're going to compare him to Mike or Kobe or whatever. I don't know those guys ever cared if they were considered the greatest ever, right? I don't.
Kobe did.
Do you think Kobe did?
He wanted to be better.
Michael Jordan did a whole documentary to remind you he was the greatest player.
When he was playing? When he was playing?
When he Yeah, he had that edge. And that's not his shot. It's like the great players have that.
Maybe he internally wanted to be the best more than he wanted people to think he was the best.
Okay, this may be where time is erased my memory. I don't remember the talk about it and the controversy about it. And I've always told you this: the ones who the great ones don't have to tell you how great they are, right? People who are really smart don't have to tell you how smart they are. People who are really good don't have to tell you how good they are. And I get it; it's a different age, and LeBron's always been always asked about it. But maybe that's what the edge is. I don't know. I don't know. But I listened to just the comment, and man, it just feels like he's getting angrier. I almost disagree with Edward on this. Where he says LeBron doesn't care anymore. He wants to play 3 more years or whatever. I don't know, man. I hear him when I hear stuff like that. It makes me feel like he cares even more, and he's just getting angrier. And when guys like Shaq and Charles Barkley are critical of him, it obviously really, really bothers him because, like you said, Zay, you think this is directed at them.
Yeah, I think the comment definitely was the mindset where I could almost bet that LeBron is in 100% when it comes to the end of his career is he feels like he's already proved his point, but then again, him being LeBron and him being the competitor that he is, he wants. Deep down, yes, he wants. If he could hit 7 rings, he'd love to get 7.
Of course he would.
If he could get 6, he'd love to get 6. But while going for those rings, he's trying to do so in a state of mind. Whereas if he doesn't get there, it doesn't just erase everything he's done in his mind. He wants to remember everything he's done. He wants to acknowledge that he feels he's done enough to be the greatest. But while he goes and tries to put the nail in the coffin, he wants to make sure that he doesn't find himself in, like, say, a position where Tom Brady, I don't think Tom's in that position where he's like, oh, I lost my last chance. Or say Travis Kelce if he would have retired. Like, I think LeBron wants to make sure that even if his last game or last season is a dumpster fire, say he loses in the finals, he wants to remember what he's done and, like, I'm still the greatest.
Dumpster fire would be Kobe's last year, right?
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah, JJ?
Well, this is one where I think with LeBron and really anyone, it's okay to have a day where you're not honest. It's okay to have a day where you don't have to have a spiel about everything. Like, because you are talking more than anyone else. Yeah. If you have back-to-back games, you have media availability, there's shoot-around. Like, this is one of those instances where I would just be like, you could acknowledge, like, there's noise around the league. Like, there's a reason these guys are reacting this way. There's legit noise. But you don't have to have the end-all, be-all speech every single day.
Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610. You can get in on it. I think it's fascinating. I think there's going to be a ton of talk about it. At least, what was yesterday's stupid subject that we didn't talk about? The cookies. At least we this erased the cookie talk, the chocolate chip cookie talk. So we're not going there. Sebastian Noel's going to be with us at 8:30, the voice of the people from ProView Networks. We'll talk about the high school brackets that are going to come out. I got a ton of NFL stuff for you. Man, JJ, you put so much on there. But if you want to get on the league last night, Steph with 56, Lakers win, and then LeBron with those comments last night. When we come back, the Rams are going to meet with Matthew Stafford today. Seems like market value has somewhat been determined. Now what? I love the term. The Rams will host Matthew Stafford at their facility. He's their damn quarterback. 505-246-0610. Hey, IPS is in your hood. I know they are. They're in my neighborhood. They're in your neighborhood. They're at stores. They're everywhere. International Protective Services everywhere because they work. Affordable, private security, keeping the bad guys away, protecting what you've worked so hard to build. I've trusted International Protective Service for years to protect my home. My neighbors now use IPS. They provide standing guards. If you need eyes on your property around the clock, they will install alarms, camera systems. State-of-the-art facility monitors it all 24/7, raising the level of security around your home and your business. They patrol every day. They come by every day. And when I'm traveling, it's even more than that. They'll pick up packages that are left on your porch so the porch pirates don't get them. Pick up mail, newspapers, whatever it is. So who's watching your home when you're not there? Make sure it's the good guys. Call IPS. See what they can do for you. Don't wait to be a victim. 505-897-2420 is the number. 505-897-2420. They're online at ipsglobal.com. Passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my...
Friday will hoe at some point, JJ, because it's a double Dutch bus going down the street. Global basketball on tomorrow. They'll be at home. Air Force. Aggies played last night. 505-246-0610. That's how you get in here. 505-246-0610. New Mexico State at home last night loses 71-66 to Middle Tennessee. They gave up 44 points in the second half. And so the Aggies' 3-game win streak is over. Next up, they will get Western Kentucky, who won at UTEP yesterday. So the two road teams on this swing won yesterday. Christian Cook, 24 points for the Aggies. Peter Filippovity, 16 points off the bench. Isn't that who Russ Bradford, when he was on with us Monday, the analyst for the TV side, told us was their best player, huh? But J.J. Tough loss for them. So what does that do in the standings for them? It puts New Mexico State in, keeps them in fourth place, right behind Middle. And so that would have been a chance to jump them to third. And UTEP is at 7-8, 17, 11. So that was a little Conference USA for you. And then, JJ, you got Lobo women's basketball in Fresno. Lobo's coming off that tough loss in Laramie. How's Fresno State?
Fresno State's going to be a challenge. They have one of the best players in the league in Mia Jacobs, averaging 18 points, 9 rebounds. Can handle the ball. She's 6'2", play inside and out. And, Fresno State's a team that struggles at times, but against this Lobo defense, probably going to have a good day offensively. So it's going to come down to if New Mexico can generate any offense.
All right. That's tomorrow, 1:30 pregame and 2 o'clock tip right here on the Sports Animal. All right, lots of stuff in the NFL. I found this fascinating, just the way it was worded. The Rams are going to host Matthew Stafford today at their facility. I'm like, all right, he's their quarterback. Like, he's got a locker in there. Now, he's still under contract, right? Evidently, there was a report this morning that there's offers from both the Giants and the Raiders for a 2-year, $90 million guarantee for Matthew Stafford. So it's roughly $45 million a year guaranteed. JJ, if that's market value and the Rams can get him for that, it really seems like a flipping no-brainer to me that the Rams figure out a way to give Matthew Stafford $45 million or $90 million over the next 2 years. You got your quarterback.
Yeah, it's essentially the Kirk Cousins deal. What he was guaranteed to go to Atlanta, coming off an Achilles injury. And so you have a quarterback that doesn't have those questions, a quarterback that's still playing at a high level and have your team in contention to go to the Super Bowl, which he did with the Rams last year. And to me, that would seem easy because I was talking like 2 years, $100 million guarantee.
Right.
Knock it out. So you wonder, because Stafford, if you look at it overall, he's like the second highest earning quarterback ever.
Is that right?
Yes.
Behind who?
I think it's Aaron Rodgers.
I thought you were going to tell me Deshaun Watson. I was going to lose my mind.
No, like we're talking, over $300 million made in his career. And so, yeah, you could always say it's about the money. But at this point, too, with Stafford, you have to ask yourself, how good do you want to be the last 2 years? And you're in a really good spot with the Rams, and you want fair market value. So is this just about showing LA, hey, this is the number and this is what it has to be? Or is there something from the Rams side where I don't think that there's a better option immediately,
right,
but are they just ready for, hey, even if we have to use a stopgap this year, we want to find our quarterback for the next 5 to 7 years?
Yeah, it feels really easy to me. And I think, look, legacy-wise, winning a Super Bowl ring puts you in a different category than everybody, right? And we've talked about this so many times. Why do we never talk about Dan Marino as being one of the best ever? Because he didn't win a ring. Dan Marino was one of the best ever. But he'll never be in that conversation. But there's a separate shelf for guys who've won more than one, right? Ben Roethlisberger, Eli Manning, right? Those guys who have won, Mahomes, Brady, Bradshaw, Montana, right? There's a separate shelf. And don't you think as you get to be 36, 37, wouldn't you like to be there? So where's your best chance? And, you tell me what I'm missing if the answer is at Rams. If it's Rams, Raiders, or Giants, where's my best chance to win another Super Bowl in the next 2 years?
Well, that tells me that's if this is like a legit conversation, that tells me that's not number one on his list. Then, if it was just say who's going to give me the best deal,
right? But so what if the Rams just say, "All right, we'll match that." So then we're done, right? Let's move on.
Yeah, this is one of those that seems so simple to everyone, but why are we here then? Why are we here with the Rams and Stafford?
Yeah, and like I said the other day, it doesn't bother me as much as it did initially. If this was just an exercise, all right, go out and test your market value, right? Here's what we think you are. And let's say the Rams had them valued at 40, and it's $45 million a year. Now, if they're willing to say, all right, there's your, you thought you were at 55, we thought you were at 40, the number's 45, we'll pay you 45. Done. Let's get it done today. Go back to your sleep number bed. You and your wife can sleep cool and cooler. You know what I mean? That's his commercial, right? I'm pretty sure. All right, 505-246-0610. Salary cap is up in the National Football League. Cowboys want to run the ball. Myles Garrett wants to be traded, but the team says that's cool, but we're not trading. Boy, the NFL's popping this week, too. Sebastian Noel at 5:30. No, that would be 8:30. 5:30 Hawaiian, I guess. Opening drive, JJ's in Fresno. ZJ's here with me. I'm merely Jeff Symbieta. Thank you for being with us on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. find it on ProView Networks.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Don't sacrifice.
FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Going into the first weekend of March, boys and girls. The weather's changing a little bit. Basketball's intensifying. How you living? Happy February last day. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. ZJ's here today as well. You good with ZJ? You like Isaiah? Like, what are your people like?
Yeah,
Close to? They call you Isaiah. They call you Zay. They call.
I get Zay. Zay's the leader right now, but the ZJ spinoff, and I'm at work.
The people who matter to you. What do they call you?
Isaiah.
Okay.
The homers, the OGs, they're gonna call me Isaiah.
Yeah. All right. Because that's your name.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
But Zay just flows off, and for spelling reasons like DoorDash and stuff like that. Just
yeah. Zeigh. Zay.
Yeah.
Is that how you spell it? That's how JJ spelled it. Jeigh. It's been spelled a lot of different ways. All right. We got a ton this weekend. Since we're on the NFL, I want to stay here, and then we'll get into this Mountain West Conference stuff and them in the Pac-12 and the mediation. Let me close out the Matthew Stafford conversation, JJ. And there was the talk that he was with Tom Brady, and it was tampering, and they were in Montana, and so the bottom line is evidently this was not tampering, at least according to Brady's agent. Okay. It was reported that Brady was in direct communication with Matt Stafford's camp. Okay. The Las Vegas Review-Journal reported that. Brady and Stafford recently ran into each other unplanned at a ski resort in Montana, according to the NFL Network. So that was not extensive nor in depth, didn't involve Brady hosting or recruiting Stafford. Evidently, they were both skiing at the same place. Oh, man, what's up, Tommy? Right? And said, can I buy you a hot chocolate? Right? Which run you taking? Are you doing the black diamonds? No, dude, I'm just doing the blue squares because I don't want to get hurt. I'm still playing. Okay, cool. So Don Yee, the agent for Brady, said it's false. I don't know if this is going to get investigated. There's no issue here, according to the agent. He said he told the Las Vegas Review-Journal the Rams gave the player and his agent permission to speak to the Raiders, and evidently they spoke with the Raiders, and that's where they are. Is there a lot to see here? Do you think this is going to get blown up more?
Well, it is
because it's Brady. What's that?
Don, I'm not listening to Tom Brady's agent tell us what's right or wrong.
Sure.
Of course, he's not going to tell you what's wrong. But the NFL did say they came out and said that it was not tampering.
Okay.
And they don't view this as a tampering situation.
That's Brian McCarthy, the NFL's spokesperson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said there's no issue as the club gave permission. So that's kind of what I was saying yesterday, right? When they say go out and find your value, even if they were sitting down and had a 3-hour conversation over it.
So it when you take a step back, like, all right, let's analyze the situation. Apparently, where the Super Bowl champion quarterbacks go is Montana. And if you are there, have that conversation. And it's really interesting to see kind of how aggressive the Raiders are being in that regard, trying to get one of these guys for a couple years to get some stability at the quarterback position. And it's interesting to see how much sway Tom would have in that conversation with Matthew Stafford.
I thought he would have some sway if, in fact, he really wanted to go. All right, so we'll just meet in Montana and get our business done, which doesn't sound that horrible. Montana right about now, though, is chilly. You ever been to Montana?
They were skiing.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You guys ever been to Montana? It's beautiful.
I have not.
It's gorgeous, and evidently that's where all the rich people go. So I've been there a long time. Back there when I had like no money. I was up there, sleeping on my buddy's couch. All right, Travis Kelce's coming back. Quote: I'm coming back for sure. Gonna try to get in the best shape I've been this offseason and get back to that mountaintop. Got a real bad taste in my mouth with how I played in that last game, with how I got the guys ready for battle. I can't go out like that, end quote. 12 seasons in the NFL. You can have the debate. Is he the best tight end ever? I mean, throw Gronk in there, throw Kellen Winslow in there, throw Tony Gonzalez in there. I mean, there's a lot of guys to throw in there. But he is a Hall of Famer. I guess I never thought he wasn't coming back. I know there was all this, is he not? I never thought he wasn't. This is a big deal, but is it, I mean, a huge deal? No.
It's a gigantic deal.
Is it? Why?
Name me another playmaker not named Patrick Mahomes for the Kansas City Chiefs right now.
Isaiah Pacheco and Rashee Rice.
Coming back from his broken leg. Rashee Rice might not play for half a season next year with a devastating knee injury and his legal issues. I like the future of Xavier Worthy. I think they hit on something there. But Nuke Hopkins wasn't that dude, veteran wide receiver they brought in. Hollywood Brown, someone they should re-sign. Kareem Hunt fell forward into the end zone a couple times. Like, they are desperate for anyone with a pulse, and it's huge that Travis Kelce is coming back.
So I think, and I guess we're looking at it in different contexts. I guess I'm looking at the bigger picture. Yes, is it huge for the Kansas City Chiefs? It is. Yes, I agree with you 100%. It's huge for the Kansas City Chiefs, and since they are the Kansas City Chiefs, I guess that makes it bigger for the league because they are the AFC champions. I just guess overall, it doesn't surprise me, and yeah, it's a big story. To me, it was. It's like, yeah, I expected him to come back.
Dude's going to be 36 at tight end.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of football. It's going to be a 13th year playing tight end in the NFL. So I think the frustration after the fact, he had a legitimate conversation because this is the last hurrah of Travis Kelce.
And I got no problem with that.
He had career lows, but it's still 800 yards in an offense. It's still a guy that Patrick Mahomes is going to look to get open. He was MIA in the Super Bowl, and obviously that did not sit well with him, and that's why he's coming back. But I think, the Kansas City, too, has to realize that if he's back, like, you almost can't manage him. They tried to manage him this year. It didn't quite work out. Then all of a sudden they had to lean on him more. Like, if you're going to be there, you have to be able to play every single game, and that's going to be hard to do when you're in your 13th season as a tight end.
Where does he rank for you? I mean, tight end wise. I mean, there's been some really, 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 really good tight ends. He's in the top few, and whatever few means.
I don't even know. I guess whatever you fancy. You're more of the receiving tight end guy versus the all around because there's Shannon Sharp and Gronkowski and Gonzalez and Witten and a lot of these guys. But he deserves to be like top 3, top 4 conversation.
Okay, you threw Witten in there. I thank you for that, JJ.
Kellen Winslow, Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez. I mean, you go back to Dave Casper back in the Ken Stabler days. There have been some great tight ends. He's in the top few, and if you just want pass catching tight ends, he's there. He's a Hall of Famer. I'm trying to figure out how to ask this question or bring this up. Let me ask you this: the value that he brought with the Taylor Swift thing, is that something to talk bleep about? Do you not want to be people didn't like it? Because my argument is his romance with the biggest pop star in the world. Every player in the league should be loving it because it brought more eyes and more money to that league. Like I you don't have to like her music. You don't even have to like her, period. But I see zero negative. Oh, I have to see her in the stands any more than you see Kurt Warner's wife back when he was playing. Like they got off of that a little bit. I mean, do you guys think that there was a negative to that? Because I think that was such a positive for the National Football League and expanded their audience.
Yeah, I don't see how it's not.
I know people hate it. I'm so tired of seeing her. You don't see her that much. You don't see her that much. And so what? I mean, I don't know. It never.
Is it true that so many people are misinformed nowadays? But I've heard multiple times that number one, she generated more money for the NFL, which then resulted in more salary cap room.
There you go. I mean,
No,
so thank you.
That's the truth?
Well,
Like,
I think, yes. I've seen that in numerous places. If the ratings are up, that's going to demand more money from your network partners, which is going to go into the revenue sharing piece, which is going to
They
up
did
the
not
salary cap.
re-up. They don't have a brand new deal, television deal
That's correct. That's
from Taylor Swift. Like they didn't. This was coming. You don't jump the salary cap $20 million because of 2 years of Taylor Swift.
No. But she was part of the growth and the popularity of the game. Are we arguing that?
No,
She
people
100%
bought
is.
Travis Kelce jerseys and watch.
Yes,
but it's not why the salary cap's $20+ million.
That's correct. No, that in fact is correct.
When the Cowboys signed Myles Garrett, I'll tell Taylor Swift thank you for the extra salary.
All I'm saying, and look, and as a fan, it doesn't affect you, right? As a fan, whatever, you don't have to like her, you don't. But as a player, as anybody involved, all it did is raise the popularity of your game. It brought more eyes, more people to your game. Now, you may say, I don't want those people, and they're just whatever. But more people were exposed to your product that weren't watching your product.
Yeah, and Travis claimed, he's like, I'm going to get, I don't like I didn't like the taste in my mouth. I'm going to get back to where I was. I'm going to get in the best shape I've ever been in this summer. Like, I give him kudos because even
I agree.
Any guy who you find you get in a happy relationship and you're in the stage of your career that he's in, it's very easy for you to lose that edge. Like, all right, well, I got someone who loves me no matter what.
And you don't need any more money.
Yeah, you don't need any more money. But I'm like, all right, if you can,
You like more.
Yeah, if you can not only go back for another season, but if you can actually get it out of yourself to ramp things up in the situation you're in when everything's happiness around you. Tip of the hat. All
right, you mentioned Myles Garrett. I want to get there when we get back because he wants out. I'm just not sure the path out is going to be so clear for him. I've got a sweet deal for you as well. 505-246-0610. If you're shopping for an engagement ring or any piece of fine jewelry, I got your spot. It is John Thomas Jewelers. They are my jeweler. They will be yours once you walk in the door. They got over 3,000 ladies and men's bridal rings right there on hand that you can try on. And if it's not something there that you like, they will make it for you. They're right there on site, state-of-the-art custom design center. That means they will create whatever you want right there. They've got the only free lifetime nationwide warranty in Albuquerque. So whether it's an engagement ring or an anniversary gift or just whatever it is you're looking for, John Thomas Jewelers is the spot. They're the only 5-star Google-rated full-service jewelry store in town, fastest-growing jeweler in New Mexico for 3 straight years, and they have been voted the best jeweler in Albuquerque 4 straight years. So this, to me, is the coolest, though. They were named the coolest jewelry store in America by In-Store magazine. So many reasons to see for yourself why John Thomas Jewelers is my jeweler, your jeweler, the best jeweler in Albuquerque. Visit them at 2440 Louisiana Northeast, Suite 310, 3rd floor of the Lewis University building on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal, or go online and see johnthomasjewelers.com.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info,
been here in a bit. Boring. Wake me when you're talking Lobos. One trick pony. It's only Lobos all the time. Yeah, we got to break down that big Air Force offense, JJ. How they're going to attack Air Force tomorrow. And so JJ, send that dude a wake up call when we start talking Lobos later. You want me to just send you his number so you can call him?
I text it all the time.
What's that?
Yeah, he comes
Same
from me
person.
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah, dude. Everybody's got their thing, man. Everybody's on
radio.
brand.
We're gonna do our show.
Yeah. She should come in and produce it too. Yeah, well, we could talk about the zone defense here and how they're gonna. Yeah, no, that's one trick all the time.
Well, that's the thing. I've never been on this show and a caller called in and said, "I want to talk Lobos," and you didn't put them on,
That's
or
right.
you weren't willing to talk Lobos.
No, dude, and I know a lot of people. Oh, you got to stay on top of this. Oh, look, man, I've been doing this for a long time. And I know I don't do it the way the textbook tells you to do it or program directors tell you to do it. But, I mean, I don't know, JJ. We've lasted a long time.
Exactly 10 minutes on every player in the Lobo roster.
Yeah, that's right. Where they're from, what their mama's name is. Yeah, what she cooked them for supper when they were 8. Yeah, what's your comfort food? No, I know.
Every single day.
Man, I got to figure this out. I've been doing this how many decades now? I'm an old-ass man. Yeah.
Flow of one.
That's what my brother said. Stop responding to the flow of one. Right, the whole flow of one.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Travis, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hi, Travis.
Hey, fella.
What's happening?
Listen, I want to welcome myself to Lobo Sports Talk Radio. Listen, there's a lot of sports and there's a lot of storylines happening, and I mean, even if you did what you just said, where you devoted, you could devote an hour to each player, talking about where they're from, how they grew up, who their parents are, their pedigree, where they played high school ball, whatever. What does that get you? 1 week? 1 week of programming, if that? I mean, you guys are on the air for a number of hours per day, like 3 hours per day.
I think that's right.
There are, it's just, man, people really do need something to complain about. People are
Even
happy
LeBron.
being unhappy.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are not happy unless they're cranky. Yes.
100%, which brings me to the point that, that I wanted to talk about, which is the LeBron story. I'm glad that you guys have been talking about that audio this morning. And I know you want to talk NFL. Myles Garrett, there's a lot of storylines there, so if I can just distract you for a moment here. But speaking of unhappy people, I don't understand why LeBron is such a controversial figure in sports. And I think he made a good point to a certain extent, and I think you're right that, listen, when you're the face of the league, you're going to get some criticism. But that man has been in the spotlight for as long as some of your listeners have been alive.
Correct.
Literally, since that kid was in high school, he was being compared to Jordan, even at that point. And there's nothing. What controversy surrounds LeBron James? He's never been arrested. There's never been any allegations that he beats his wife or he beats his kids. All we know about that guy is that he is a loving, devoted father, so much so that he did everything he could to get his son on the Lakers, right? And by all accounts, is a loving husband. Truly an example
you make him
of
sound like
what
a saint.
Star athletes should be.
Yep. You paint him out like he's a saint, and he's outspoken, and he's everything you said is true, and I said all that earlier. And he's outspoken, and he says controversial things, and he's a little look at me. All that can be true. All that can be true. Yeah, by every account, he's a good dude, family guy, no trouble. Everything you said is right. Yes.
Yeah, and on top of that, he is an amazing. He's an amazing athlete.
He's a decent player.
To have ever played the game of basketball, he is one of the all-time greatest, right? Obviously, we know about the points record, right? But he's also number 4 on the assists, all-time assist record.
He's number 1 in turnovers.
He's number 4, I thought. He's behind John Stockton, Chris Paul, and Jason Kidd, is he not?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have these all-time assist leaders, but yeah. I mean, yeah, dude, he's an all-time great. Yes, all that's right.
As a small forward, he didn't play point guard, right? So not only is he a great scorer, but he plays the game cerebrally in a good way. And all I'm saying is, there are a lot of role models. There are people who want athletes to be role models, and I got to tell you, it is hard to find a better athlete to be a role model in life than LeBron James. And also, if you're thinking about career-wise, how good would it be if you approached your career the way LeBron James has approached his career? How much more successful would any one of us be? That's all I'm going to say. So, anyway, have a great day, guys.
Right.
The controversy around LeBron is really difficult to understand, despite the controversial comments that he made, because if there was anything bad about this guy, we would have known about it, because there's nobody in sports that has been under a microscope more than LeBron James for as long as he's been under the microscope. And his ability to rise above it and be successful is really impressive. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Trevor. I got so much on that. Like, I like Travis a lot, and I don't agree with everything you said. There's more. Nobody's accused him of being a drug addict, a philanderer, a criminal, any of those things. He's great with all that. You got to take the whole persona, everything into account. And that's why there's controversy. It shouldn't be that hard to understand why there's controversy. Can I tell you what there's no controversy about? Pizza 9, and it is our sweet deal today. You go to our website, sportsanimалabq.com, click on our sweet deal icon, go there at 9 o'clock, because these will go within like 4 minutes, dude. They go. You get $60 worth of Pizza 9 for just $30. Pie Day is coming up. Remember back in the day when Mackenzie used to come in studio? Hi, Mackenzie. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
All right. You don't like us anymore? You don't like coming by or what?
No, it's not like that.
It's just the way it is. Everybody's working remote these days. Nobody wants to go into the office. No, I understand. No, it's good to hear. All right, we got a lot going on. Pi Day's coming up on, on 3/14. What do you got going?
So on Pi Day, just 2 weeks away, we're going to have our 9-inch one-topping pizzas for $3.14 with the purchase of a drink.
$3.14? That's pretty cheap. All right, so put that on your calendar on March 14th at Pizza 9. You get that one-topping pizza for $3.14. You can join their text club. You get free cheesecake. Text Pizza 9 to 833-350-0881. What else you got going on over there?
And then we, of course, also have our everyday specials. So when it's not Pi Day, you can still get a great deal. And those are available on our website, pizza9.com.
All right, it's Pizza 9. You know it, man. These are going to go so quick. Freshest ingredients. They got Chicago-style pizza and a whole lot more. And they say more because, well, Mackenzie, it's more than just pizza, right? You got pizza with great dough and everything else. And you continue to grow in more locations every time we talk.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. It's good to hear you. Congratulations on all the success. And I know you got a bunch of these to do. So have a great weekend, all right?
Thank you.
Thanks, Mackenzie. All right, don't forget, it's our sweet deal. Go to our website, sportsanimалabq.com. Click on the sweet deal icon. Do it at 9 o'clock. You get Pizza 9, one of your favorites. $30 will get you $60 to spend over there. When we get back, there's no correlation between pizza and our next guest. Sebastian Noel. I know where to go, JJ. Sebastian Noel is the voice of the people. He's the voice of ProView Networks. The high school state tournament brackets are going to come out this weekend. Let's get a preview for one of New Mexico's biggest events next with Sebastian on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
This report brought to you by Quality by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
High school basketball tournaments, and it will begin next week. The brackets will come out this weekend. ProView Networks, of course, is hosting the big preview show, the bracket release, and it's been too long since we've checked in with our good friend Sebastian Noel. Opening drive, Jeff Sabieta, JJ, and ZJ. Glad you're with us on The Sports Animal. The voice of the people. You listen to him all the time. He's got all the big games over on, well, a lot of the big, well, most of the, the big games over on ProView Networks. Sebastian Noel joins us on The Sports Animal. Been too long, my friend. How you living?
Good. It's good to be with you guys. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, no, glad you're back. Big time. It's been a great season. So much to watch. I've been watching numbers pop up this year. I mean, it feels like records are going down. Oh, this guy's got 15 threes. This guy's got 16 threes. And now they're all going to be featured on the big stage. It's a great time.
Yeah, no, it's the best time of the year. It's annually one of the most viewed state tournaments in the United States, and then being there in person, you know what that's. I mean, I know it's a crazy busy time for you and JJ, but I notice every year, even you guys find a way to have a 2-hour detour on the way to an airport and catch a few games. Like, it's that important.
He's got my brand down too. I always am stopping there on the way to the airport on the way to the Mountain West. All right. First off, you've got the bracket release show this weekend. Tell people how to watch it on ProView Networks.
Yes, Sunday we'll hit the air at 4:30. We anticipate the brackets to be out right around 5 o'clock, maybe a little earlier. So you can watch that on ProView Network's YouTube channel. You can watch that on ProView Network's Facebook, and then on Comcast Xfinity Channel 26.
All right, what are we watching, man? I mean, like I'm looking at it, and Volcano Vista, Hobbs, and Sandia look really, really good.
Yeah, every conversation has to start there. I mean, Volcano Vista's the number one team for a reason, going for a four-peat here. Sandia, probably, in my opinion, the most entertaining team to watch. I know you always ask me the question, what should people go out and watch? Watch Sandia play. That's offensively. I know they've had 2 games this year, and probably more, but 2 games where I'm just cruising through the box score, 28 assists on 32 makes. Yeah. The way they move the ball, the offense, that brand of basketball. If anyone's going to get Volcano, it's going to be the Matadors. But it'll be fun to watch them try.
What Coach Brown's got going at Volcano is pretty special. I mean, a four-peat is silly. In this day and age, with as many good players as there are, when we're even having this conversation, it's kind of silly.
Yeah, and he had a win milestone this year, and we were reflecting a little bit after the game, and then I pulled a crazy stat. I said, all these wins, 20% of these wins, or maybe it was more than 20%, came when you're coaching Kenyon Owino. So I think there's a reason that it's so special over there, and it's him. He's going to win his 3rd Gatorade Player of the Year award. He's going to finish his high school career probably with 3 losses in 4 years. He's going to be a 4-time Metro champion, and he's chasing a 4-time state champion. I mean, what a resume.
Sebastian Noel, the voice of the people, is with us from ProView Networks on the Sports Animal.
I know with that it's going to be so hard to run them down, but is there anyone in 5A that could be a dark horse, at least win a couple of games and maybe upset one of those other teams in Sandia or Hobbs?
Well, I think you're going to see some fun matchups on the way. I think if you want to look at just by seeding number, a possibility, Atrisco's going to get stuck with a double-digit seed just because they were so injured throughout the season. They're going to be much better than their 10 or 11 seed. They got their pieces healthy. They got Latavius Morris, the guy that's going to probably join the 2,000-point club either Saturday or in the first round of state. He'll become the 26th member of that club, right? That's not a lot of guys that put up that many points in their high school career. So that's a team you got to look for at 11. I think, Albuquerque High fans got to be excited. They got to be rummaging for their green T-shirts for this week. Maybe the Bulldogs can make another run. They'll probably be right there at a 5 seed, so I don't know how much of a surprise that is. But, I mean, if you're logistically talking about can someone take those 2 teams out, I think that's a pretty short conversation. Hobbs will be wedged in there probably at the 2 seed. Look, the Eagles are good. They're not better than Sandia, so the seed number doesn't matter there. Roswell's a nice team. They'll probably get the 4 seed, right? But I don't know. I mean, it looks like one of those things again where it's going to be a collision course, but you got to, any given day, you got to go out, you got to show up, you got to play well, you got to get there first.
One of the things, too, that's really interesting looking at 4A boys is just a mix of, the teams in the city, maybe a St. Pius, Albuquerque Academy, and then in Artesia, Espanola Valley, just the area that 4A covers.
Yeah, 4A is going to be exciting, wide open. You can make the case for a handful of teams to win state there. I mean, I don't think there's a clear favorite. You mentioned St. Pius. They've been the top of the coaches poll most of the year. They've had a nice year, but they're not a dominant team. Artesia, they dropped one the other night against Portales. It's March when Del Norte's streaking and Artesia's choking. That's what I always say, right? And that's already started, right? Coach McIntosh has the Knights playing well right now. They get a big one against Valley tonight. Valley's right there. Academy, in my opinion, Academy's that's the team I'd be watching. They're so long. No one has that size, so they got a 7-footer. Coach Broussard's done an amazing job there. They're a top 4 team for sure. And then Espanola's got 2 really good guards, so then you got to watch out for them as well.
How about Alvin, what he's done there, right? He was at Sandia for a while, got out of the coach, the former Lobo, former Start Valley High, and getting back into it. And I was excited when he got that opportunity.
Yeah, and so was I, Jeff. And one thing about Alvin's teams, they don't peak early. They get better as the year goes along, and he's always got them ready. And that's exactly what's happening. The transformation at Academy, where you know the way they used to play the last couple of years, right? They had a lot of guards. They played up and down really fast. The transformation for that team, for him to see, okay, I got a big guy here that can dominate. Let me build around that. And then they've been getting better every week, and they're slowly peaking here, and I wouldn't be surprised if Academy lifted the trophy. And then you can't leave out Highland. Lincoln's been hurt all year. Now he's back. When he was injured, that forced them to develop a sophomore big that they have that's really good. They got a couple other nice pieces. You could make an argument for 5, 6, 7 teams there. The reason I would lean towards Academy, Highland maybe, they both have a big that can maybe take you all the way. We saw it with Highland when Jose Murillo just took them to the state trophy, right? Now, I don't think those bigs are going to have a Murillo-like tournament because that was epic. But Academy's got a big that could do it. Highland's got a big with Lincoln that could do that. I mean, 4A is going to be crazy. But if anyone tells you they know who's going to win 4A, JJ, they're lying.
All right, help me with this. And this is kind of how people look at this tournament who haven't been watching high school basketball. Who do I need to see? Who are the players? Whether it's your last look at Bella Hines, I guess that's not an option for you. But, who do I need to go see, and what are the games, and what are the teams that all right, if I could just get out of work for a little bit, who do I need to go see?
All right, if you want to go see a team, I think we talked about it already, Matadors, offensively, right? They're so fun to watch. If you want to see a guy, it's got to be Big Smooth, Kenny Nawino. He's that guy. Like, I'm willing to have the conversation that he's one of the best high school players we've ever had. Yeah, I'm going to put him up on that list.
Okay, that's Volcano Vista, for those of you who aren't familiar. So start watching them in the bracket.
Right. The Kirtland Central girls are really fun to watch. The Hobbs Eagles girls are like a machine. The Sandia girls are fun to watch, right? Like, there's a lot of options.
All right.
Oh, yeah, being fun to watch 5A girls. You mentioned those two teams, Hobbs and Sandia, right up at the top. What have you just seen just in the competitiveness, the talent level with girls basketball this season?
Well, if you look at all the district champs, if you look at all the girls' district champs, they don't have a lot of losses. That tells me that there's not a lot of competitive district play right now. And I think Sandia and Hobbs have separated themselves that much, because if you go to the next 2 seeds, probably going to be Mayfield and Farmington, there is a huge, huge drop-off between Hobbs and Sandia and Mayfield and Farmington. Right, and then the next little group, there's Albuquerque High. That's been a real nice story. They have Abby Pavia. You want to go see someone? An 8th grader, Abby Pavia. She's got a little bit of Diego in her. You can tell, like, she's tough. There's always a big crowd at Albuquerque. Coach Garcia, I was doing a game with Ron Garcia the other day. He said, well, there's always 200 Pavias in the stands. And, yeah, it feels like it at Bulldog City. So that's a fun little team to watch. But, I mean, the separation is like you could fit the Grand Canyon between Hobbs, Sandia, and then the rest of the pack.
I think it's going to be a good watch for you, and you're going to learn a lot about what to watch, how to plan your state tournament. Of course, you got site games next week, and then the week after, Santa Ana Star Center and at the Pit, and everything starts to ramp up. It's Sunday at 4:30 on ProView Networks, and people are going to want to subscribe and make sure they've got access to watch games, because whether you're traveling or you're at work, you can't catch them all. Let people know how to make sure that they're able to watch the games as the state tournament progresses.
Yeah, those games are exclusively on the NFHS network, so they have to have an NFHS network subscription. You just go to NFHS network, or you can go to ProView Networks. There's a link there, right? So all the way through the championships, those will be on the NFHS network. So if you've had any other subscription before during the regular season, that NFHS network, there is a tournament pass usually available, so you can catch the tournament there. And like you said, Jeff, will be at all the sites, so if there's a game being played, it's going to be on the NFHS network.
Yeah, Jeff, I want to add real quick. Yeah. I actually, for ProView, I did a game.
How do you do, Sebastian? How does they do?
It was an
You know what? I did hear some highlights. I heard some highlights.
Well, yeah, it was Abby Pavia versus Sandia, so they had the number one, forgot her name, the number one player who's already committed, I forgot her name, Sebastian, plays for
Sydney Benali. Yes. I mean, they're stacked, they're loaded.
Yeah, and Abby, it was crazy. You can see there's the leadership qualities that those Pavias have, because she's in 8th grade and she's like clearly the leader of the team, of the varsity squad. You can just tell when you're watching.
So is she getting NIL yet? I'm just asking.
It wouldn't shock me. Like, she got pushed down one time, and she started hitting push-ups in front of the other bench. Starts hitting push-ups.
See, that's Pavia right there, right? That's a Pavia.
Hey, let's do this over the next few weeks. Let's make sure we get you in and get updates, certainly during tournament week.
Yeah, for sure. That'll be fun. And district tournaments this week, so there's a lot of big games today and Saturday.
All right, we'll catch up with you soon. Be well. Watch them on ProView Networks. Thanks, Sebastian.
Hi, guys.
All right, man, it's been too long. Till we get Sebastian Noel in there. You can respond to that, but I'm looking forward to state hoops. All right, 505-246-0610. Going to reset for you. Maybe we'll even talk global hoops. Wake that dude up. Well, not yet. I mean, maybe if we get into it. Hey, college basketball tournaments are around the corner. You need a destination to tune in, and we got it for you. Twin Peaks is the way to go, and you can register for the Dos Million Bracket Challenge at TwinPeaksBracketChallenge.com. Fill out your bracket before March 20th when it comes out. You'll have a chance to win $2 million and more epic prizes, including $50 gift cards to the top bracket. So don't miss the Twin Peaks 2025 in-store photo shoot. That's March 25th from 5 to 9 at Twin Peaks. Go meet the contestants and join in the fun there. And St. Patrick's Day is coming up as well. You can celebrate St. Patty's Day at Twin Peaks from March 14th through the 17th. Not just one day. It's March 14th through the 17th. Irish whiskey, Guinness beers, scenic views. You get a lingerie costume party, festive drink specials. Wear green on March 17th and get a free fried pickles with qualifying purchase. And dip into National Chip and Dip Day March 23rd over at Twin Peaks. With the $5 triple play, features avocado smash, fire-roasted salsa, and chipotle queso with warm tortilla chips. Tons of things happening at Twin Peaks, so don't miss out.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
For your surprisingly great race, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Everguard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Everguard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Absolutely very fast. Journal does a really nice job too. Raul says, how about all the sports enhancement talk out there? Are you going to ignore that? What am I missing there, JJ?
I don't know what that means.
I'm not sure I do either. How about all the sports enhancement talk out there? Are you going to ignore that? Tell me what I'm missing. And I mean,
sure. Usually my algorithm's pretty.
Is that with not? I have no idea.
I haven't heard anything.
I can guess.
yeah, dude, I don't ignore anything except for maybe one text or two. Other than that, I don't ignore very much.
The biggest stories I'm seeing right now in sports, it's the combine interviews, and then I just saw another story that apparently Nico was getting ready to trade Luka for Anthony Edwards, but he didn't name drop Luka, I guess, but the Timberwolves figured it was him. But the Timberwolves immediately shut it down and said, no, we're not trading Ant.
Yeah, okay. I mean, again. All right, hey, I'll give you wake that guy up because I'm going to say Rick Pitino, not Richard. But JJ, St. John's won the Big East. Rick Pitino is the first coach ever to win conference titles with 5 Division I teams. Can you name the 5 Division I schools with which Rick Pitino has? And by the way, his hair hasn't changed. Look at that picture. Like his hair, he's 72 years old. I mean, his hair is still impeccable. What are the 5 schools with which he has won conference titles?
I saw the list. So
you did. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Well,
then I got to ask Zay, but he's on the phone.
He's on the phone.
All right. Well, all right. Think to yourself. What are the 5 schools? Well, so much for that bit. Hey Zay, what are the 5 schools where Rick Pitino has won conference champions? You see his face.
Louisville.
That's one. Yeah, that's right. Where's he currently?
St. John's.
Yeah, that's 2. You got another one? Where was he before?
No clue.
Where'd Nelly Jr. Joseph come from? Iona. It was Boston U, Kentucky, Louisville, Iona, and St. John's. Look at all of a sudden. What did I say to ring the phones like that? Who did I piss off this time? I can't wait.
Someone's calling and hanging up. I don't know.
That's right. Yeah, that's the sports enhancement. No Kenny. He's on a flight. You think we can get through a half hour without kicking it with Kenny on a Friday? I mean, we still got a hoe, right? We still got a hoe. 505-246-0610. Zay, you going to hoe?
I'm going to hoe and learn how to hoe at the same time.
Really, yeah, you go hoe. It's
okay, it sounds
basic
familiar.
stuff. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, networks.
Got shots. Got shots. Got shots.
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
You're right. Never mind. Lobo men's basketball will be over on News Radio KKOB. That's tomorrow, 11:30 pregame for a noon start. Robert Portnoy and Hunter Green will have the action. Air Force will be in town. Don't forget, we're going to be at the Mountain West Conference basketball tournament, the sports animal, and the opening drive. As always, hey, if you want to get there, that bus tour that Bobby puts on every year is still available for you. Starts at $495 per person for double occupancy, $625 for single occupancy. It'll get you out there, 3-night stay, round-trip bus ride. If you're interested in getting out there and going to the tournament, call Bobby. If you don't have a way to get there, you're thinking, how am I going to go? This might be your answer. 505-974-0215. Area code 505-974-0215. We're going there thanks to DSI Document Solutions Incorporated, Frontier Restaurant, an Albuquerque tradition for 50 years. Twin Peaks, Eats, Drinks, Scenic Views. Blake Slaughterburger, a New Mexico tradition for 52 years. Airport parking, safe, secure, and the lowest prices to park at the Sunport. Corish Law Injury Lawyers, serving New Mexico for 5 generations. Echo Electric, your P&M authorized car charger installer. Frank's Supply Company, find whatever tool you need for every job. And John Thomas Jewelers, see why they've been voted best jeweler in Albuquerque for 4 straight years. All right. I'll go here. Global basketball, men's basketball, JJ, they get healthy tomorrow, right? This is the game where they come out and unleash frustrations against a scuffling team that played them good for 10 minutes up in Colorado Springs, but they are better than. They're coming off of two losses in a row. This is get right, get confidence game. The spread's going to be somewhere about 18.5, and I say they come in and this should be the game they run them out of the gym, right?
Absolutely should be. You want to win a Mountain West regular season title, it's here. Yeah, it's a tough trip to Reno, but are you a good basketball team? Win out. This is where you are in the season. This is what it means for your resume. You cannot get better, but you can find yourself on the outside if you have any slip-ups over the next 3 games. And the Lobos know how tough it is late in the season. Utah State just found that out. Yeah, teams are getting hot. Boise State is, but you have to find that edge again defensively. You have to dominate this game offensively, inside and out. And when you look at that score in Colorado Springs, it was 88-53,
Yep.
New Mexico, and they did that, as you said, missing their first 10 shots of the game. New Mexico should win by double digits, should be in the area of covering over the Falcons tomorrow.
Yeah, whatever the number is. And I just think this is one of those, you're back home, you're back in your comfort zone against a team that you are exponentially better than. Get right, get confident, and just look. If there's a game if you're going to run it up, whatever that means, 88-53. I mean, that number should be similar to that as you go. Tonight, you get an interesting one. Nevada at UNLV. That rivalry is always interesting. You'll get that tonight, and then tomorrow in the conference, Air Force at New Mexico early. Utah State, Colorado State is gigantic, dude. I mean, when you look at the standings in the league right now. And you start saying, okay, because there's been 2 teams at the top all year, and it's been New Mexico and Utah State, but Colorado State has been hovering. When you look at the standings right now, this game, I mean, we're talking about a team that could fall all the way to 5th if things fall a certain way for the loser.
Yeah, Utah State is now in the position of you're not comfortable. Like, you're not solidly in the NCAA tournament field.
I don't know that anybody is. I don't know that, and Lobo fans going, well, we are. Look, man, you're comfortably in if you take care of business, right? Because you've got teams, the teams in front of you right now, the team in last place, the team in, 7th place, and then the team in 6th place. Utah State's got to go, and the team that they're playing is a half game behind them. And depending on what San Diego State does in Laramie, which is a dangerous one for the Aztecs on Saturday, the loser can fall all the way down to 5th, which is a really interesting. I'm interested. I think the Lobos are pretty locked into the 1 seed. But after that, man, the way this thing falls out and how the bracket's going to play out is interesting. So you got a huge one, Utah State and Colorado State tomorrow.
Absolutely. And this is, when you're talking about where is Utah State, where is New Mexico, 8-9 line, the Aztecs 10, all bubble teams that have the ability to be in the NCAA tournament, but a trip up this point in the season is disastrous.
JJ, they're not all getting in. Like they're not.
And that's not an easy game. Like Colorado State, Utah State, they looked a lot like the Lobos did going into Boise and getting beat pretty handily in that game. And now they have to respond on the road in Fort Collins. This is all of a sudden, you're confident, you're feeling good, but late in the season, tight windows, life on the bubble, things get tense, and this is where the Aggies are.
Yeah, and again, I asked the question yesterday. You're not getting 5. And I don't see. I think Colorado State's only path in is to win the conference tournament, which, by the way, they can. Right? Do you see another path for Colorado State?
No, they would be a bid stealer.
Yeah, I just don't see a way in for them. But yet they're really good, and they can beat people. The other 4, New Mexico is in if they take care of business. And I think Utah State again is in if they take care of business. And taking care of business means winning at Colorado State. San Diego State, I think, is in if they take care of business. They got Wyoming, UNLV, and Nevada left. 2 on the road at Wyoming, at UNLV, and UNLV beat them in Viejas. And again, they're without Magoon Guath. As good as they looked against New Mexico, do you trust their bigs to be that good against everybody else with Guath out? Let's see. Because they can get beaten there.
Wyoming, yeah.
Yeah, against Wyoming I do. UNLV will be interesting. And look, Nevada's got a good big. So we'll see. And I asked the other day, are they closer to having 4 teams in or 2 teams in? And Jerry Palm said they could get 1, which would be just a kick in the junk, wouldn't it?
It would.
Yeah. After having 6 last year. I don't think it'll be 1. I think the number is going to be 3. Rudy, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Rudy.
Good morning. NCAA bids for everyone, right?
Nope. That's not how it's going to work. I know there's a lot of people who want that.
So, and the people that keep saying we've never been to a Sweet 16, well, we did, and it was when it was a lot tougher because you had to be a conference champ, and those were the only people that got in.
Yeah, but there weren't as many rounds. So
yeah. Since the tournament's been expanded,
that's correct.
So maybe this is the year. I really think in looking back at those 2 games, it really comes down to who's desperate. And like I said yesterday, it's human nature. But some insane things happened. I don't know if you watched the Michigan game last night.
I missed it last night. No, and Addie was telling me, and honestly, I was on the phone with her for like an hour and a half, and I didn't watch the game. No, what happened?
So it was insane. They were behind the whole game against Rutgers. Coming down the stretch, they had a 1-point deficit, only 3 seconds left, and Burnett just hit an insane shot. You've been there. He hit it from Ypsilanti, as I tell people. It was way past NBA three-point range, and it was a 3-point shot to win the game. So, sometimes if you're going to have a season, you have to have some luck. We had that happen with Nelly against Nevada.
That's right.
And so all this team has to do is just refocus on what got them there. And I'll say it again, it's as good as your defense is going to play. That's how effective you're going to be. It all comes down to defense these last 3 games, and if UNM plays the defense they played against UCLA, they're going to run people out of the gym. If they don't, they're going to have struggles.
Well,
so
it's going to be defensive.
Yeah,
and look, you lost to 2 good teams. The world's not over. You lost 2 road games to 2 pretty good teams. You're okay as long as you take care of what's in front of you now.
And I think they will. By the way, did you see the octuple bogey in the PGA Tour?
No, octuple. That's 8 over?
Yeah, shot a 13. He was below the cut line, William Mao.
I imagine.
And he took a 13 on number 15, got in those bunkers. I don't know if you've ever seen that hole, but if you get off the green, you can go back and you can Google it. It's the most insane thing I've ever seen, and it just shows you how tough golf can be. You know, I mean, he went back and forth across that green. He was below the cut line, was going to make the cut for the PGA for the next day, and ends up with a 13.
Yeah, golf is hard. All right, man. Enjoy the weekend.
16th hole bunker. Yeah,
I'll go look at it. All right, see you. JJ, we can relate. There's part of me, I feel horrible when I watch that, when these guys do it, but there's part of me that goes, yeah, I'm good. Golf is hard for all of us.
Sports at the highest level.
Yeah, golf isn't that hard. No, go ahead. I love watching athletes who tell you golf isn't hard, and then they go try to hit a golf ball. They have no idea how to even approach it. Like, you ever see people at Topgolf? Just try to, like what? Yeah, it's hard. All right,
you see people try to shoot a basketball?
Yeah, who can't do it. Yeah, it's hard. I told you one of my favorite things back when I was at Channel 7, this is years ago when Dave Bliss was the coach. I know I've told the story, JJ, but Zay might appreciate this. So I went out, Dave Bliss took the players out, and this was, I mean, great athletes, right? You're Division I basketball players, you're a top 25 team, you got, I actually should ask Kenny this when he's sitting here, because I bet he remembers it. Took him out to the football practice fields and had them do different things. Mm-hmm. He had them try to hit a baseball. Had him try to throw a football, had him try to hit a golf ball, right? I mean, basic things that seem so basic. They're great basketball players, but they couldn't do any of it. Just like trying to throw a football. Once in a while, you had a guy one guy was a quarterback, but the rest of them couldn't throw and catch a football, couldn't hit a baseball, couldn't catch a baseball, couldn't hit a golf ball. He just was there to show, yeah, you guys are really good athletes, but respect the other stuff, how hard other stuff is. It's it was you get really good at what you do, and we become elite, and you think that everything's so easy. Who but could do everything? You know who's one of the best athletes I've ever seen? Have you ever played golf with Dontrell Moore, JJ?
No, I don't run in those circles.
Dude, Dontrell Moore can do everything. Dontrell Moore was one of the best running backs the Mountain West Conference has ever seen, from Roswell, New Mexico. But yet, put him out there, dude. He'll go out and shoot a 68 or 71, whatever. Probably not a 68, but he'll shoot even par, 2 over, something like that. He's just an insane athlete.
I played soccer with him.
Yeah, and how good was he?
I feel like
best player on our team.
Best player on your team. Yeah.
I feel like swinging is it's just something where if you don't practice it, or if you didn't do it a lot as a kid, you can't just walk out there and do it. Like, I can't. Swinging a baseball bat and hitting the ball is really tough for me. And also, I went to Topgolf and I couldn't even hit the ball with any type of force. Like, I just couldn't do it.
But it looks so damn easy, doesn't it?
It looks like it's so simple.
The best athletes on the planet. 2460610. Call in right now. Golf over everything. Golfers should be making guaranteed contracts. Golfers should be
like in the TGL.
The ones making $180 million a year.
With you. You know what I did last weekend? I hadn't done a while. We were in Louisville last weekend. Went to the Louisville Slugger, and you can get in the batting cage. So $2, you get 10 swings. And they're like, okay, pick a bat from, and then they have a list of all these big leaguers. And so we took a bat, and Audra went in and hit, and she hit a few, and it was fun. And I hadn't been in a batting cage in Lord knows how long. And first couple went by me, but it was fun just to take a couple rips. I'll show you the video, dude. I didn't embarrass myself.
The first couple went by me.
Well, the first one I didn't even see. I wasn't ready for it.
Like, have we started yet? Hold on.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, okay, let me lock in. It was fun though, man, just to get in the cage, and you get your 10 rips go by so quick, and there's a line behind you. It's not like you can buy.
You're like, here's $20.
No, they give you one round, 10 swings, because there's a big line behind you. But yeah, it was fun just getting in the cage and ripping them. Oh, it was good, but it's swinging, dude. It's hard. 505-246-0610. Make your call. Lobos and Air Force tomorrow. It is, is it a big one? It's a big one if you lose. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The Sports Animal is launched.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready!
My coach. My teacher. My older sisters. My grandma. My brother.
Some good hoops this week, man. The Madison started. Rudy was just talking about the Michigan win. Michigan State won 2 nights ago on a 2/3 court heave at Maryland to win by 3 at the buzzer. We get a good one in the Mountain West tonight, UNLV and Nevada. And tomorrow's March, man. So it's madness. St. John's clinched the Big East title, at least a share of it. Rick Pitino's been unbelievable. Lots to do. 505-246-0610 is the opening drive. I'm Jeff Sabieta, JJ Buck. ZJ is here, or Isaiah Johnson, as his friends and family call him. He'll answer your calls. Hey, we were talking some NBA earlier, and the Lakers win last night, 111-102 over Minnesota, and Anthony Edwards was getting a lot. Anthony Edwards got thrown out of the game yesterday, And not only did he miss that game, but he's going to have to miss another game because it was his 16th technical, which triggers an automatic suspension. So he'll sit out Friday's game against Utah unless one of his technicals against the Lakers gets rescinded upon review by the league office, which I don't know what they do. Edwards was asked afterwards. He's like, whatever they're going to do, bro. I don't even know. They should rescind the second one. Look, you know where you are. I mean, I would almost say just take the suspension now because you're going to get another one and you're playing Utah. Like, I mean, honestly. Well, no, am I wrong though?
Yeah, just go ahead and get your reset.
Like, eat it now. Like, you're going to get another one, and so at some point you're going to get your suspension. If there's a game that they can, take off without Anthony Edwards, wouldn't it be Utah?
It's like getting a first down.
I mean, I know Utah pumped the Lakers a couple weeks ago up there, but am I wrong on this?
No, you're not wrong. I think it is the suspensions for these guys when they get them. I mean, I think some of the refs. I didn't know you could get technicals rescinded, but I feel like I'm glad that's there because number one, I feel that if a ref misses a call and they tech the player right after, those should get rescinded. But if there was like a correct call and the player...
How do you determine if the call was missed? I mean, they're all so subjective. You and I can look at the same video and say, yeah, he fouled him. No, he didn't foul him. I mean,
they will tell you after the game.
Yeah, like after the game, like if a player got hacked and you completely missed the call and then they get mad at you and you just tech them up right away, I mean, maybe not rescind it because then players will just lose their mind when they get fouled and they know that it's going to be allowed. But
you like that, JJ?
No. Like if it's an egregious one, they'll go back and change it. But there's going to be missed calls in games. These dudes complain too much. Like they don't get hit with technicals all the time. There's lines. Like some refs get in their feelings, absolutely. But that's the only thing you have as a referee. You have a dude that's on you the entire game, bleeping you, bleeping this, and he like that's what you have to do, man. Sometimes you got to tee him up.
I mean, you know what would be cool if refs could just can talk bleep back. Like you get a really good bleep talking ref.
No, because then you get Major League Baseball and you get 5 minutes of a manager yelling at an umpire.
So I'm saying this in jest.
Yeah, you want the ratings.
Please understand I'm saying this in jest.
Like, yeah, that's you get.
But
baseball has it and people tune out.
like I want give me a Chris Rock or somebody and damn, how you miss that shot? Right? And just every time a dude misses a shot or a ball goes off his foot, oh, your feet too big. Or like just have a dude who just talks junk every time. He blew by you like you were standing still. Your feet too heavy. Like so every time a dude gets clowned, that the ref can talk back.
Dude, they do. This is not the NBA, but I remember just in rec league basketball once. I was one of those where there's a foul called. And it's rec league basketball, right? And the dude misses a free throw, and I was like, "Ball don't lie." And then even the ref started chirping back. And I'm like, "Hold up, we're in rec league basketball.
Yeah.
You need to chill out."
See, but he can talk back there. I think it'd be great just mic up a ref and have him just talk junk at LeBron all day.
I'm pretty sure they're all just really passive aggressive. Like they have their special ways of doing it. 'Cause it's like they're masters of. You meet those people that are really good at getting you riled up, but they just appear calm the whole entire time.
Yeah.
All they have to use is 2 or 3 words to get you going. Those are refs.
Look, man, their life is getting yelled at. Like, honestly, you got to be a special breed of human.
Yeah.
No, tell me I'm wrong. I mean, your life, you just sit there and just get abused, right? It's... JJ's heard me say this so many times. What other walk in life when coaches just sit there and scream at referees, like get in their face, what other walk of life is it okay for one grown man to scream in another man's face in public without getting his ass kicked?
Yeah.
I mean, that's their life. Then they got to take it from you and from that player and from that player. And I got both coaches. I was telling them we were at the Boise State, Lobo Boise State game. And it was a timeout, and Lobos were up by 25. And I said, Audra, look at Leon Rice, the Boise State coach, right? There was a huddle. They bring their little chairs out, and he's just chewing on the referee. And I said, now look over there. There's Patino. And he's doing the same thing. One dude's up by 25, one dude's down by 25, and they're both just chewing on the referee. Well, their walk of life, is it okay for you to go like honestly, you're bigger than me, but if you came over here and started getting in my face like that in public, like I might get my ass kicked, but I wouldn't sit there and take it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean it's not okay. It's just not. Anyway, we had the conversation earlier about LeBron's comments, and I think that's going to be a big story today, don't you? With all the screaming heads.
Oh, of course.
Will you read? Do you have that handy again? LeBron James, after the game last night, was asked about Anthony Edwards, against whom they played, about being the face of the league. And so, can I ask you this? Who decides who's the face of the league? Is it like you say, I'm America's team, like the Cowboys do? Like is it just recognized as face of the league?
The answer is the same for both, and that's the fans.
Okay.
The fans. And the ratings are response, like the response that you get. It's just like the same. I hate to bring like a league like a wrestling league into it, but like basically you don't realize it, but the fans control who the champion is in those entertainment leagues because you're gonna ride with that. Like that's just how you kind of feel it out.
So is it the face of who's the best? Who's on the most commercials? Who you associate?
That comes with being the best.
Yeah.
So was Peyton Manning the face of the NFL?
A lot of that stuff came late, though.
Okay. So in the back end of his career.
I say when he was on the Broncos, yes.
They all got to come late. I mean, you've got to establish yourself. Nobody's the face of a league when they jump in the first 2 years.
Unless you're Mahomes.
It took him 5 years. That's fair.
Yeah,
so is he the face of the NFL? Is Patrick Mahomes the face of the NFL?
Yes.
Yeah, he is in that. It's a crossover. I think to me that's what determines it. Is what you've talked about. Like if you walk down the hall, you know who someone is, then that means that they're a face of said league. They're recognizable beyond that fan base.
Yeah, and LeBron's been the face of the league for a long time. Longevity and success, and yes, and so he's the face. And like you were saying before that, it was Michael and Kobe, or Kobe, then Michael and Magic and Bird. Is Major League Baseball have a face of?
Yeah, Shohei.
On his way? You think he's already there? You think he's the face of Major League Baseball?
I think the reason I say yes is because I think there's so many people who don't watch baseball but know that he's the best player.
Okay. Is he the first face of a major North American sports league who's not American?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, so do we agree?
I don't even know if I'd call him the face.
I agree. That's where I was going.
Crossover star at all.
Yeah, I don't know that I agree yet. He's the face of Major League Baseball.
Like he's the best player in baseball. He's the most intriguing player.
I don't think baseball has one.
But
Derek Jeter was. Would we agree there?
Yeah, or Pujols, no? Or maybe that, as I live in Illinois, so maybe
people don't know Albert Pujols.
Yeah, I think Cal Ripken Jr. might have been. Ken Griffey Jr. and or Barry Bonds might have been.
And we're talking in terms of like everyday life.
Yeah,
like that's people know who Patrick Mahomes is. People know who LeBron James is.
Yeah, go down the hall and talk to Michelle and ask her, who Albert Pujols is.
But Shohei, that name rings.
It's starting to.
That name rings.
If there is a face, I mean, do you got someone else that would be the face of Major League Baseball?
I think what makes him the face is it's honestly similar to what could end up making Luka the face. I mean, you take Shohei. I know he was already in L.A., but he went to the Dodgers. Mm-hmm. So he goes to
So he wasn't really in L.A. when he was with the Angels.
True.
He wasn't. I mean, it's like
Cali.
Yeah, but my point is, I'm saying it tongue in cheek, certainly, but I mean the second tier LA teams, Clippers, Clippers, the Ducks, right? I mean, even the Chargers for that matter, and the Angels. Mm-hmm. Are they really LA teams? But go on.
Yeah. He goes to the Dodgers, so he already was a huge name, recognized as the best. He goes to the biggest franchise outside of the Yankees. It's between those two.
Yeah.
He goes to the Dodgers, and then immediately that team goes to the World Series. So I feel like those events in that order, it just has his name blowing up right now. If they go back again next
I think
year,
there's two people in the sports world that are the face of anything. It's LeBron and Patrick Mahomes.
What about
I don't
Tiger
think
Woods?
there's one for baseball.
What about Tiger Woods?
Tiger Woods is that. Tiger Woods is that. We're not talking about just best player. Sports fans know him. Like
What about
everyday
Serena
people.
Williams?
Yeah, I think they were. Like,
Yeah,
now they still are, and is that?
And that's the thing; they kind of still are, right? Then
That's about the sport. Like,
I mean, look,
but it's
Mike.
still Tiger Woods. Tiger
Everybody's-
Woods is that.
Everybody's still wearing Air Jordans. Everybody can't wait to get another pair of Air Max 1s or a new pair of Air Jordans, or right? I mean, Mike's still like the Jordan brand is resonating. If you're a Jordan brand school instead of a Nike brand school, even though it's the same stuff basically, it's still there's something to it, right?
Oh yeah, when you have the Jordan brand patch instead of the Nike patch,
There's something to it, right? Yeah. There's not that many though. Would yeah, that's probably right. All right, let's we're way late for this break. 505-246-06.
new bracket from Jerry out too.
Is there? All right, we'll look at that.
bracket out.
Ooh, let's look at the new bracket from Jerry Palm. That's next. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
95.
My tutor, my dad, and my mom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I was born in New Mexico. I grew up on these streets. I got in trouble here, and I fought my way back in boot camp. I love New Mexico, especially the people. Now I'm using my training, tenacity, and energy to fight for you. I'm Adam Oki, lawyer, fighter, and New Mexican. I was a local athlete here in New Mexico, so I'm proud to support your local athletes.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready!
My coach, my teacher, my older sisters, my grandma, my brother, my tutor, my dad, and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
These days, it's important to know people and businesses you can trust. There's a lot of places where you can buy a vehicle, but there's only a few local dealerships where you'll find honest people who have your best interests in mind. And Fiesta Kia is one of them. We've been helping our neighbors save money and drive dependable cars for years, and we'd love to help you. With new Kias arriving daily, you'll love our selection and the peace of mind you'll get driving a Kia from Fiesta. So stop by and see us today at Fiesta Kia on Lomas, or just start driving now at fiestakia.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action.
New brackets are out. How the loss of San Diego State affect things? Good morning to you, boys and girls. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Isaiah's in today. All right, JJ. Jerry Palm's new bracket. Remember, Jerry, the bracketologist on CBS Sports, was with us on Thursday, and I asked him, is the Mountain West closer? And look, we're 2 weeks away, right? But is it closer to 4 teams or 2 teams? He said it could be 1. He currently, with Boise State's 2 big wins of late over New Mexico and Utah State, has Boise State in the Dayton game and has 4 teams in from the Mountain West. And you can call them, just change the name of the conference from Mountain West to 9 seed right now. He's got Lobos, San Diego State, and Utah State all at 9 seeds. Surprised looking at the new bracket?
A little surprised Boise State snuck in, but again, this is all about what happens around you. And it's constantly evolving and moving every single day, and it's a good spot for the league to be in. I think it shows that where we are at the end of the regular season, avoiding an upset, I think puts Utah State, San Diego State, and New Mexico in solid positions, and the Boise State has an opportunity to get in, but it might then come at the expense of one of those Mountain West teams.
All right, Jerry's last 4 teams in: Indiana, Georgia, Boise State, and Xavier. He's got San Diego State up to a 9 seed, New Mexico as a 9 seed, and in his bracket they would play Creighton, with the winner playing Alabama. And he's got Utah State down to a 9 seed, playing BYU, the winner to play Houston. UCLA's in as at 7, Michigan at a 3. Chris Jans of Mississippi State as a 6 seed. Who are they projecting out of Conference USA? Because that league is wide open, right? You see who they're projecting out of there? It would be, why don't I see it?
Is it Liberty?
It would be Liberty if they're on there, yeah. Is it Liberty?
Yeah, Liberty has a 12 seed.
All right. Just for comparison, ESPN's bracket, Joe Lunardi, has a new bracket out today. He has Boise State in the first 4 out. Georgia, North Carolina, Boise State, and Xavier all out. Now, I think Xavier was in, Boise State was in, and Georgia was in. All those were in Jerry's bracket, right? And they're just on the outside of Lunardi's bracket. He's got the last 4 in Oklahoma, Indiana, Ohio State, and Texas. Lunardi's got San Diego State as a 10 in the last 4 buys bracket or group. He still has New Mexico as an 8 and dropped Utah State to a 9. Similar but different. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Same teams on the bubble. Same 3 teams in out of the Mountain West with a lot of work to do. Aztecs cannot lose in Laramie tomorrow. If they lose in Laramie, it's 3 days in Vegas for them, right?
No, not necessarily. They could bump Boise State down and put the Aztecs in that first 4 conversation.
Okay. All right. 505-246-0610. That's how to get in. Lobos in the latest Jerry Palm bracket are a 9. Utah State's a 9. San Diego State's a 9. And Boise State is in. Boy, I think it would be great. And again, we keep talking about how the league's got to win. They're going to be wearing dark shirts in every game. They're going to be underdogs in every game, right? I mean, in the scenario you're looking at now, New Mexico versus Creighton, San Diego State would play Illinois. Well, and Illinois is nice, dude. And Utah State would play BYU. Who's got the best? Which one you like the best?
Boise State.
Playing Xavier.
And then going into a 6 seed.
Yeah, where would they end up? They would end up going into either Mississippi State or Kansas, right?
Yeah.
But they got to win to get there. They'd be in the West, so they would get into Mississippi State. Boy, Mississippi State's been up and down. Sometimes they look really, really good, and sometimes they get run out of the gym. Do you watch them at all?
Yeah, and that's 6 seed, but in the way the SEC is this season, it's phenomenal. basketball league right now.
Yeah, the SEC. I mean, every night's a battle. What Georgia did to Florida the other day was crazy. All right, so that's where they are going into the final weekend. And you'll get tomorrow, Air Force is in town. Again, it's a noon start over on News Radio KKOB. You can check out the brackets. They're all there. All right, 505-246-0610. We're going to go through combines. Have you watched the Underwear Olympics at all? You watching guys run sprints? Are you guys into the combine?
I'm into the combine. I just haven't gotten a chance to really tune in, but there's some guys I want to see.
Who do you want to see?
I want to see how Tess Johnson does.
Okay.
I want to see how Tess Johnson does. A lot of guys, it's becoming a thing to not participate in the combine.
Correct.
Hopefully that doesn't continue to grow on and it ends up like the Pro Bowl or the All-Star game when everyone's like, or bowl games.
Well,
no, there's too many dudes that are fighting for their life to where it's just the first round guys that aren't participating.
Yeah, and everybody's got the pro days, right? So you go to their school and
Yeah,
the scouts show up there too. So that's all coming up too, and they'll say, "I'll do it in my controlled environment instead of your controlled environment," and it's kind of how that plays out. But you'll have that going on this weekend if that's something that you want to watch. All right, 505-246-0610. We'll wrap you up when we come back, and get you everything you need as you go through your weekend. Phones are ringing, and we'll get you in it as well. Spring winds picking up. All that dirt and debris. You want to make sure your car stays protected to avoid the scratches. If you want to protect the value of your car, I highly recommend calling my friends at On the Spot Automotive Detailing. Their paint protection film and ceramic coating services are incredibly helpful. They avoid scratches, stains, fading paint. Plus, your car is going to have that glossy new look, and it helps maintain its value. Best in the city. That's what they were awarded because they are best in the city. It's On the Spot Automotive Detailing, and have them come out and just detail your vehicle. Do it at your place, at your convenience, while you're working. They'll make your car look and feel and smell like the day you took it off the lot. Book and buy. It's all right there online. On the Spot Automotive Detailing is at otsdetailing.com. otsdetailing.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I was born in New Mexico. I grew up on these streets. I got in trouble here, and I fought my way back in Burkia. I love New Mexico, especially the people. Now I'm using my training, tenacity, and energy to fight for you. I'm Adam Oki, lawyer, fighter, and New Mexican. I was a local athlete here in New Mexico, so I'm proud to support your local athletes.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready!
My coach, my teacher, my older sisters, my grandma, my brother, my tutor, my dad, and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together
Pull together
Pull together.
to make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
These days, it's important to know people and businesses you can trust. There's a lot of places where you can buy a vehicle, but there's only a few local dealerships where you'll find honest people who have your best interests in mind. And Fiesta Kia is one of them. We've been helping our neighbors save money and drive dependable cars for years, and we'd love to help you. With new Kias arriving daily, you'll love our selection and the peace of mind you'll get driving a Kia from Fiesta. So stop by and see us today at Fiesta Kia on Lomas, or just start driving now at fiestakia.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Wake up the neighbors, dude. We waited too late. I had a hope for JJ too. You there?
I'm sorry, I can't hear it.
You can't hear it? Oh, that makes sense.
Clean feed, yeah.
Yeah,
dude, I got it. That's my fault. Zay, it's on the hotkeys. We can insert it as well.
Yeah, I know. I took it the other way. I had to go find it. All right. As long as I got my Friday hoe in. I mean, it wasn't going to be Friday without. I mean, how do you go through Friday without a hoe, Zay? What?
Yeah, I've been trying to figure that out.
All right. So that goes back to the early days. This show's been only, dare I say, 16 and a half years. A little like you when you were in diapers, right?
Yeah.
Damn near it. And Joe Gonzalez, who was the original, he was on the original T-shirt. He found that song on Every Friday We Hoed. And I think almost every Friday for the last 16 and a half years we hoed. I mean, just some things, you got to help. You just got to do it. You know what I'm saying? All right, 505-246-0610. Let's go. JJ, it's Friday. It's the last segment. Who do you think's on the phone? Terry, good morning here on the Sports Animal. What's up, Terry?
Good Friday, Jeff, JJ, Isaiah. Thoughts and hugs to all family members. Glad my gambling career is kind of over. I would have had Providence as one of 5 Patino's teams that he won, but I would have. The other one I would have had is I had Austin going to college before Diana Taurasi would stop playing in the Olympics. I would have got that one wrong too. So. But I'll go with, I digress. LeBron, I'll take the other side. I still think everything bugs him. You know, when he was in Paris, he was running around, and it just seemed like, the guy wants the love and attention, and he's had a great career. He's done wonderful things for the community, but there's something there. I think for therapy's sake, him and like Diana Taurasi and some of the other older WNBA players should have a podcast, and they can just rip into Mike and Caitlin Clark and say, why not us? Why don't people love us? It's just something that goes there. I don't always root for him. I know he's done great things. I know he's a great player. But when Luka joined, I said they're going to have who's going to be the biggest whiner. And, so, it's just something that happens. But maybe he is letting it go. I just don't think so. And for Bronny, I hope Bronny has a good life, whether good, bad, playing with his dad for a little bit. I don't know. I think my son really enjoyed college life, but, you know, he was having enough more money than dirt and all that. But
more money than dirt?
You guys, yeah, they got more money than dirt, that family.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've never heard that?
Oh, they have more money than they
dirt?
have dirt, not more money than dirt has. Okay, now I get it. Yeah, they got more money than dirt.
Yeah, it's just an old, you know, you're way younger than I am, Jeff. So, I mean, I'm old, and it's something from way back.
To hear
so,
that.
just an old guy doing that. And I guess next week's poll question could be, does Jerry Palm dislike Elon more than you guys dislike Aaron Rodgers? I don't know. It'd be one or the other. But you guys have a great weekend. It's always a great show. Isaiah, Sunday mornings, right? You got your show with DC?
Yes, sir. We'll be there.
All righty. So you guys have a great show Sunday. You guys always have a great show Monday through Friday. Take care.
See you,
Be
man.
safe.
Thanks.
Pump your show on Sunday morning. What do you got?
Tailgate Talk, me and DC, we're back. You know, football's over, so we're making that switch. We're doing NBA. We're dabbling into some isotopes, too, this season. So we're going to get involved. Baseball came back so fast. Like, it came back around so fast. So we're going to be doing some of that. And then, of course, the NFL never dies. So the Combine, the Draft Talk, free agency, that will all be there throughout
Catch
the week.
them what time on Sunday morning?
8 to 10 a.m.
Right here on the Sports Animal. Hey, Frank, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. How you living?
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Life's grooving. What's up? Life's grooving.
Hey, I just wanted to talk to JJ about the Lady Lobos. I was really proud of the subs, the way they came off the bench at the last of the game with a lot of energy, and my team really likes that number 10 Paris Largo. Laurel, I think it is, and we like her defense, and I hope she stays, but she had 2 clean block shots. She hit a 3, but they called a 3-second on her. They really did have some energy. And also on the Lady Rebels, how come they're not getting no consideration for the top 25? Is the conference doing that bad? Thanks. I'll let you guys go from there.
Thanks, Frank. Go ahead, man.
Well, yeah, the reality is, you know, the Mountain West Conference is well behind the other leagues. And, you know, with the Big Ten and SEC gobbling up all those teams, it just, you know, changes how many teams are in the top 25. Like, they would have been Pac-12 teams, so now it's just, you know, all Big Ten and SEC with Texas and Oklahoma being top 25 teams along that line. But, you know, the gap in women's basketball is still larger than in other sports, and that's just the reality of the situation.
Top 25, like women, Texas, SEC, UCLA, Big Ten, Notre Dame, ACC, right? USC, Big Ten, UConn, Big East, South Carolina, SEC, LSU, SEC, North Carolina, ACC, TCU. I mean, there's no non-power to be found when you look at the rankings there. What is as far as the standings? The overall record for UNLV is pretty gaudy. Now they have the one loss in conference to San Diego State, but they're 23-5. I mean, that you'd be stunned, right, if they don't come out of Vegas as the winner.
Yes,
that's where we are. I look. They played some people in non-conference. They just didn't beat anybody. They played Arizona and lost. They played Oklahoma and lost. They beat UCF. Played Baylor and lost. Played Northwestern and lost. So they played some people. They just didn't. I mean, and this was the year probably for them to try to go out and do it because they've been so good. How do they keep her there, the coach? I mean, what is it, Lindy LaRocque? Is that her name?
Oh, she's from there.
Okay.
And I think some of it too is has been able to retain and recruit the most talent in conference, and I think she's comfortable.
Yeah.
Right now.
At some point, and probably within the next month, somebody's going to come throw a bunch of money at her, don't you think? I mean, you figure she's going to get paid. All right. The Sports Animal this weekend. We got Global Women's Basketball for you tomorrow. JJ is in Fresno. 1:30 pregame, 2 o'clock tip-off. It'll be New Mexico and Fresno State over on News Radio KKOB. Noon start, 11:30 pregame. Robert Portnoy and Hunter Green will have Global Men's Basketball against Air Force. Remember, we're going to be in Vegas and looking forward to being there. Thanks to John Thomas Jewelers, Frank's Supply Company, and Echo Electric, Korish Law Injury Lawyers, Airport Parking, Blake Slaughterburger, Twin Peaks, Frontier Restaurant, and DSI for making sure we're there to make sure that you've got all the content, and it's good. All right, what else we got this weekend? What anything offbeat that you're looking forward to, like the golf? I mean, you know, I'll always watch that. Big college hoops. What do you guys got?
It's March.
Yeah.
There's nothing else other than college basketball.
I mean, you're not watching the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches? I mean, how are you not watching that from Palm Beach?
We sleep in May.
We sleep in May. Zabe, thanks for coming in the last 3 days and getting it done.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you. Adrian, great work on the visual side. The Herd with Colin Coward is next. 2 Men On will be here. Or no, the Gym Room shows after that. Then 2 Men On is here at 4. We're back Monday morning with award-winning radio. JJ, have a great call tomorrow. Big day for you today, huh?
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Travel safely. Have a great, safe weekend, boys and girls. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We will smell you on Monday.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports.
Hey, friends of the show. It's
Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need.
Season is heating up. The All-Star Game was a joke.
Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. It is so simple. Just
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth
All right, so
Athletics.
what we have here is...
IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride barbecue chicken and ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.